Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're actually going to be doing something different. I needed some wires to make some coils, and I figured I've gotten questions on how I've been making them. Sorry about my hair. Vape break. So I figured I would show you. This is actually what I usually make. I made this one. This one, I need a second one because I don't have enough. I'm trying to make a 4mm diameter coil and I didn't have enough made, so I'm going to make another one. This is a dual core 24 gauge stainless steel with 34 gauge stainless steel Clapton on it. So we're going to make some. So I've got my handy dandy Avid Artesian Diodalis. So this is how it comes, and then you can put your spool on it here, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first things first, I need my regular round wire as well as my Clapton wire. So I'm going to be using this 24 gauge stainless steel 316L wire, and I've cut two pieces here. They're about maybe 9 to 12 inches. So I've got those cut, and I'm also going to be using 34 gauge stainless steel 316 for my Clapton. So I've cut my pieces of wire. Now you can use your Diodalis for this part, but for me it's easier on a drill. So what I'm going to actually be doing is straightening the wire first, because it does have to be straight before we can actually do the Claptons. So I'm just going to stick one end in my drill, just each individual one. So excuse the thunder and lightning, it's really storming bad, and I need my pliers. I guess I should have mentioned I use two pairs of needle nose pliers. These are like older and more grippy, and then these, and also I have these flattening pliers. So yeah, so usually I just do this. I don't really show anybody how to do it, so please forgive me if I'm like overstepping or going back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I've got the one end in the chuff of the drill, and I'm going to grab the other end of it with my pliers, and I'm going to pull it out hard. And all I'm going to do is, while I'm pulling, I'm going to be turning the drill, and that's going to straighten the wire. If you notice the kink here, it's going to be gone. So here we go. So if you notice, it is now nice and straight. So that's one, and we're going to do the same thing for the second one, because again, these are going to be our inner core wires. And put that in the chuff of the drill, and grab the second one in here and do the same thing. Just pull it straight and move it out. Go, and we've got another second wire all done. So now some people will continue to use the drill to make their Claptons. I am doing that little by little, but for now I am not, because I have not mastered the technique of holding the spool while you're actually doing the Clapton part. So I'm going to do it this way. So here we go. I'm just taking the two ends, and I'm going to make sure that this wire is the same length. So there's a little bit here. I'm just going to cut that little piece off so that they're actually equal length, and stick it in my finger. Please be careful when you're doing that. Ouch. Okay. So I've got my two straight wires, and the first part that I'm going to do is actually show you up close. Oops. There we go. Drop you down a little bit. Alright, so here we go. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm actually going to place these two in there, and what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to bend the ends to make them sort of like a little T. So I'm bending that one, and that way I can wrap my Clapton wire around it and it will hold on to it. So basically that's what I have here. Open up this, which looks just like a drill, if you notice. It's hard with just one hand, so now I'm just going to put them in there and then tighten it around it. making sure that they're centered. It's kind of hard on camera, but there we go. Make sure it's centered in there. And tighten it up. Oh, it's falling out. Sorry, harder on camera than I thought. Just trying to get them in the middle. Okay. And it's nice and tight. Okay, so I have those there. Now what I'm going to do is I need to put this end through here. And there's actually 3 different sizes that you can do depending on the gauges of your wire. You've got the biggest one, the medium one, and the small one. And so my Clapton wire, I don't know if I'm skipping ahead, is actually here. It's already going through here, and I just have it looped there so that I can grab it easier. So that's okay. But anyway, so we're going to stick it through this end. I'm going to stick it through here, and it's going to come out this end. And then I'll show you the magic that happens. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take my 2 wires, stick them in the holes here. And I'm going to use the middle holes. Turn it this way so I'm not bending my wire. It's in the middle. I'm just going to take it through to the other end. Sometimes I do have to flip it over so I can see to get it in the hole. And then if you see, it's going in one end and out the other now. So there it is. So now what I'm going to do, you don't have to, but what I prefer to do is actually tape the ends together so that they don't go flying all over the place. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oops, let me put this way so that you can see it better. Okay. So I'm just going to take a piece of tape. It could be any kind of tape that you want. I prefer this one because, well, I had it sitting around, so why not? So we'll go ahead and do that. Just going to get my tape here. And I'm just going to cut a small little piece. Just need a small piece, that's all. Scissors. I'm just going to take a little tiny piece like this. I'm just going to put it around the ends just to hold them together, and I'm going to make it like a flag. So see, it looks like a flag. Oops. Oh, can you see? Let me move my hand. It's just like a flag holding it. It doesn't have to be like super tight or anything like that, but it did fall off because, well, I was holding it. So let's try that again. Sorry, I don't really do like Clapton tutorials very often, so yeah, this is fun. Everybody keeps asking how to use it, so let's do it. Pinching them together, doing a little flag. Okay. There you go. And then what I do is I just cut off the excess so that when it comes through the back hole, it's not going to get caught and stop. So basically you can't even see that the tape is on there, but it is. Okay. So we've got this end, and we've got these little teeth things here to hold our Clapton wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the end of this Clapton wire, and I'm going to pull out some. I'm just going to start wrapping it around this stick one that's sticking out right here. Just wrapping it around a few times, just so it gets a grip. That's all I'm doing. Wrapping it around. So you can see there. Okay. I'm just going to continue to wrap it around. I'm doing it with my tweezers for 2 reasons. 1, because my nails, I can't really get close to it, and 2, so that you can see it. Take that one, still wrapping it around, and then I just smush it to the, push it all the way in. Alright, so now we've got that there. I'm going to make sure that my spool is nice and tight, so I'm pulling it as tight as it can be. And this Diadalis actually has some settings here. This is to make it slow or fast. And then on the other side, it actually has the button for if you want to turn it one way or the other way. Right there. And I'm going to start it on the slow. Just move everything out of the way. Got it on slow. Turning it on to twist. And to go slow, just to grip it. Okay, and it's gripping nicely. And now all you need to do is speed it up. And it's actually doing it on its own. And you can speed it up even faster if you want. And then it's actually gonna, this will move back as it's getting done. The drill won't move, but this will, the Clapton wire. So if you notice, it's actually pushing away from it. It's actually gonna go all the way down to the end. So let's watch it go. And it's, see how easy this is? You can literally go and get coffee, you can have a vape, and it's a real tight Clapton. And this is going to be a fused Clapton, dual core. So what I do when this is happening is I sit and vape or answer messages or whatever. But I'm telling you, this thing is a lifesaver. And that's all I do, and I make my wire. And I'm going to be making it just like this. Just make some. Okay, so we're starting to get to the end now. Please excuse that board. I just noticed that it's in the shot, but that is actually the leaf for my table. I want to make it a little bit shorter, so I took it out, and I wanted to do this, so I didn't get a chance to put it away yet. Yep, if you notice, the taped end is actually inside now, because it's still stretching and it's still moving. Done, and I just make sure that the tape doesn't get stuck on it. Okay, the taped end is in. Like literally, it's like inside it now. And then when I see the tape part in this little window here, I'll stop it. But if you notice, it actually moved away from the drill. The drill hasn't moved, just this. And we're almost done. I'm telling you, this is the easiest way to make Claptons, fused Claptons. Haven't figured out how to make the triple core through it yet, but I'm sure that, you know, it's got the bigger holes or bigger diameters in this part here, so it's sort of, I think that you could probably make even bigger and more fancier coils. I just haven't figured it out yet. So for now, fused Claptons is my go-to. And we're almost done. And I see the tape part. Start slowing it down. to a stop. Okay, so I've done that. What I'm going to do now is just lift up my core wire. My Clapton wire. I'm just going to lift it a little bit, pull it out a little bit, so that way when I cut it, I can wrap it back over here. I'm just going to cut it and wrap that back over here and slide this out, and usually the tape comes off with it, and there's my Clapton wire. Undo the other end. Just like a regular drill, slide that out, and here's the finished product. Now it is twisted, but what I'm going to do is actually try to untwist this now. And by doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the drill out. That's when you got her glasses on. And I'm going to stick this part into the chuff. I can do it with the Daedalus as well, but I prefer to do it on the drill better. To me, it has like a better grip. So I do that, put that on nice and tight. I'm going to grab my flat pliers here. I'm just going to grab the end at the flat end. And I'm going to slowly twist this on the drill. If it's going the wrong way, I'll have to back it the other way, but I'll just go a little bit like this. Sorry. Okay, so this part just straightened out some. Now I'll move it down a little bit more, holding it very tight. And twist it out a little bit more. Try to straighten that. And sometimes it'll twist up again, and then you gotta untwist it. So this is the part that you actually have to play with. And just keep doing that, and then you can straighten it out even more later. As you're wrapping it though, on the jig or whatever you're using, screwdriver or whatever, it will also straighten out while you're turning it. So, there we go. And I have my fused Clapton wire right here. And then all we need to do is just wrap it, and we're good. So I'm going to cut off this end. And this end. Ouch. And then go ahead and wrap her up. So I'm actually doing my 4mm wrap. This. There we go. So I'm actually going to do it like this. I hold it with the pliers and then I turn it. And I'm going to be doing 4mm 9 wraps. So let's hold that really tight. And then I just start wrapping it. That's 1, 2. Try to keep them close together. 3. Oops, sorry, out of focus. 3, 4. 5. This will be 6. 7. Oops. 7. 8. And 9. And there we go. There we are, my fused Claptons. And now I can build on my new RDA. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And we'll probably be doing more of these types of builds in the future. Right now, this is my first one done like this, but I want to show you. And oh, let me just show you real quick. This is the other button that I was telling you, where you have it actually forward or you have it backwards. So it does both. And then it does take two 18650 batteries. And this is what it looks like. It's just like a drill. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. That's it. So yeah, until the next video, bye.